Saudi Arabia is not backing down against Qatar.
We want to see Qatar implement the promises it made a few years back with regard to its support for extremist groups, with regards to its hostile media, with regards to its interference in the affairs of other countries. And we have taken this step with great pain in order to make sure that Qatar understands that these policies are not acceptable and not sustainable and that they must change.
On Monday, Saudi Arabia, Egypt, the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain cut diplomatic ties to the Gulf state and are now trying to isolate it. The Saudis are calling on Qatar to cut ties with Palestinian group Hamas, the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt and Iran. But the country remains defiant, saying it will not allow anyone to interfere in its internal affairs.
They think they can impose their will on Qatar through foreign affairs and intervene in its internal policies and directly address the Qatari people. We clearly reject all of this.
Kuwait is mediating in the dispute, and the president of Turkey has also offered to help, saying isolation and sanctions will not resolve the crisis.
The right thing to do for members of the Gulf Cooperation Council is to resolve the issues between themselves by mutual dialogue in this respect. Trying to isolate Qatar, which certainly carries out an efficient fight against terrorism, will not contribute to resolve any problems.
U.S. President Donald Trump says the Gulf must be united in the fight against terrorism. And in a series of tweets, the U.S. president accused Qatar of funding it.
We recognize that Qatar has made some great efforts to try to stop financing of terror groups, including prosecuting suspected financiers, freezing assets, and introducing stringent controls on its banking system there. However, let me make this clear, they have made progress, but they still have work to do. More work needs to be done.
In Qatar's capital, residents have stormed supermarkets after the country's trade partners cut vital food imports. This entry point along the Saudi-Qatari border is used to seeing endless flows of cargo coming and going. But now it stands eerily empty, a symbol of what life is like under diplomatic isolation. Pirovolakis, TRT World.